Hey guys, how's it going? Jarred-Garneau here. It is December 5th, 2023. Hope you've been good. Apologize if I seem a little tired and off today. Flew in, or I flew into the area probably around 11:30 last night, and then I drove home first on the bus, and then drove home myself and got home probably around 2 in the morning, and it's 9 p.m. right now. And yeah, I'm pretty tired. So if I seem a little bit off, that is exactly why. But yeah, I went out to Colorado for personal reasons. It was to see a wedding with my girlfriend, and it was awesome. We stayed in Golden, Colorado, which that's just right outside of Denver. And it was amazing. For those of you guys that are obviously music fans, I visited Red Rocks. There weren't any shows, unfortunately, but I literally stood on the stage, explored the entire venue, and then some of the trails around it, and it was just absolutely incredible. Just like absolutely gorgeous venue, and yeah, I can't wait to play there someday. Definitely a goal of mine is to play at Red Rock, so that would be awesome. But yeah, it was a great time, great music town. And seeing the John Denver statue outside of the Colorado Music Hall of Fame, that was just very cool. Definitely geeked out a good bit. But yeah, it was really cool, so I'm definitely glad to be back. And yeah, before I get into it, I am playing some shows later on this month. I'm playing December 14th at the Press Room with Diaspora Radio. We are covering the album Elephant by the White Stripes from front to back. We're reinterpreting some of the tunes, playing some of them more straight. But yeah, really excited about it. And then December 23rd, the Jarred-Garneau Group, my solo band, is playing at Back Hill Brewery in Rochester. I'm really excited about that. We're adding some new material to our set, and it's going to be a good time. So hopefully check you guys out at one of those two shows if you're in the Seacoast, New Hampshire, Maine area. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. And I'm also playing a private event the 23rd too. It's going to be a wedding ceremony. So for those of you guys that don't know, I am for hire at like weddings and everything if you're interested in that. But yeah, so today's lesson is going to be on Don't Keep Me Wondering by the Allman Brothers. It's one of my like most watched shorts on YouTube. It's just me playing a clip of it. So I figure I might as well do a lesson on it because it's a fun tune to play. So to get into it, first off, I'm in open E. So I'm going to be showing like all the slide parts anyways. I'll give you some background on some of the chords being played, but I'm mostly going to focus on the slide part. So yeah, it's a cool bluesy tune in G. So that's the total center, and it's based on this riff. Pretty simple. Basically, if you're in open E, you're just playing the fourth and fifth string at the first fret, and you're just hammering on to the third fret on the same string set. So you're basically going from the flat seventh and fourth of G to the root and fifth. So, and then from there you're going. And if you wanted to play that previous part in standard tuning, you basically just would hold a G chord, bar it, and then just hammer on with your ring and pinky just to get that same effect. So, I mean, it's really helpful just to be able to, transcribe between the two. Like if the original part is playing standard tuning, like you want to kind of mimic that, even if you're in open E. Same thing, with this G shape. Normally, if we're in standard tuning, we're just gonna hold that G shape and then play the second and third strings, E shape G, I should say, and we're just playing hammering on to the flat third of the G, and then to the major third while playing a D at the same time. So it would basically be like holding like a G bar chord and just hammering on there. But to do that in open E, you have to modify it a little bit. So I'm just playing a double stop on the third string, fret to get that flat third, and then I'm holding that second string third fret on the D, and I'm just hammering on to that major third. So super slow. It's so that last part would be hammering on from the fifth string third fret, and then to the fifth fret, and then playing the fourth string at the third fret. So that's an open E. If you want to play that in standard tuning, you just bump that whole shape up 2 frets. So it would be that shape, but obviously it doesn't sound right because I'm in open E. So yeah, that part so far is. And it keeps on repeating that. And Dwayne's part that goes over that sounds like this. So, very cool. So, what's going on there is we're just basically playing around the 15th fret. And we're starting at the 15th fret on the 5th string, so the 5th. And then just playing that straight, and then I'm sliding into the root on the 4th string at the 15th fret, and just going. And after I hold that G for a second, I slide up to the flat third, and I just nudge it towards that major third. So very cool. Then the second part of that is. So it starts off on the 5th again. Then instead of sliding into the root, I'm starting at the flat third of G, which is at the 14th fret, sliding it to the 15th. So. And then after I slide into that major third, I hit the root on the 15th fret, and I just do a slide down. And the best way to do those slide downs, and I'm talking ones that are like longer than, let me just adjust this kick. There we go. I'm talking about like slides that are like longer than 3 frets, because for the most part, you're going to be able to comfortably keep your thumb planted on the back of the neck. Maybe I'll just show you this. Yeah. Normally my thumb is planted on the back of the neck, and you can slide like 2 or 3 frets fairly comfortably just while keeping your thumb anchored. Depending on the size of your hands and how far you can stretch. But for slides longer than that, what you want to do is lift your thumb off the back of the neck. And instead of that slide being controlled with your wrist, it's actually going to come basically from your forearm, and you're just going to slide all the way down. So when you're working on slides like that, make sure that the motion is coming from the forearm as opposed to the wrist. So that riff is... So, very cool. The next part, the "Don't Keep Me Wondering No Longer," I guess the chorus of the tune, is based around the chords D minor 7. So, open E, it's in. Well, it would be based off of this shape right here. So, basically playing the middle finger on the 6th string. 10th fret, muting the 5th string, and then barring strings 2, 3, and 4 at the 10th fret. So this sort of shape. Just playing open E, you just play the ring finger on the 6th string, 10th fret, index finger on the 4th string, 8th fret, middle finger on the 9th string, 3rd fret, and then pinky on the 2nd string, 10th fret. And the bass motion is actually technically a first inversion of D minor 7 because the bass motion is starting with an F, but there's an F located in D minor 7, so you can really just think of it as D minor 7 first inversion. But for our purposes as the guitarist, you can just play regular D minor 7 root position because the bass is going to take care of that bass note for you. So for our purposes, this chord works just fine. The second chord would be a C, probably more specifically a C9 if you wanted to make it sound a little bit funkier. So for that type of chord, you would normally play it like this in standard tuning, so middle finger would be on the 5th string 3rd fret, index finger would be on the 4th string 2nd fret, and then just barring straight from the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd string at the 3rd fret. Sounds messed up because I'm not not in standard tuning, but if you want to play that, I'm playing index finger on the 5th string 1st fret, open 4th, then playing my middle finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, and then pinky's going to be on the 2nd string 3rd fret. So same thing. Then the last chord's going to be G9, so if you just imagine this finger, then bumping it up to the 8th fret, and putting my index finger on the 7th fret on the 4th string, that's how you play it. So the chords themselves, including the bass motion, would be D minor 7, C, then G, or really going back into that riff. So in terms of chords, it would be like so very cool. You could even combine various parts between the slide and the regular part if you're down a guitar player. Something like I'm not going to be able to do this fully in time, but something like so very cool. But going back to the chorus, we have D minor 7, C, and then G. If you really want to hear that bass motion with it, it's helpful to sing the bass notes as you're playing through the chords. So then playing the chords around it. I'm just using the word like bomb just because it sounds good in a bass range. So good for you. So what the slide is doing in the chorus of that is he's just going, actually it's starting on F, like an F shape, but if you take like an F triad, it has all the notes of D minor 7 except the root. We have like an F triad is F, A, C, which is root, 3rd, 5th, but with a D minor 7, that'd be flat 3rd, 5th, so if you take that shape and then go back to the 3rd fret for the C and then out to the 15th fret for the G, you can just play the other chords I mentioned over this. But what you're doing is you're just taking the slide and you're half stepping home and then down half a step in 16th note. So it's like 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and so it's essentially the same thing as just boring it and just going. Then after you're doing that a few times, we're hitting a D Hendrix chord. In standard tuning, it would be this shape, so middle finger on the 5th string 5th fret, index finger on the 4th string 4th fret, ring finger on the 3rd string 5th fret, and then pinky on the 2nd string 6th fret. But since we're in standard tuning, 5th string 3rd fret, index finger 4th string 2nd fret, ring finger on the 3rd string 4th fret, and then pinky on the 2nd string 6th fret. So stretch, but you can do it, I promise. You know. So that's what Dickie would be doing for that part. It would be. So
For Dwayne's part, what he does is F triad. So this is a cool little trick that you can play over D7 sharp 9s, is because if you play triad, is highlighting sharp 9 for F, which is also the root of F. And then A would be the 5th of D, and then C would be the flat 7th. So you'd be highlighting all the chord tones. You'd be highlighting the tension, the sharp 9, the 5th, and then the flat 7th. So you won't be playing the major third, but that's what this other is. If you're playing this, it works. So it's a little bit different than like if you're a jazz tat and you play D7 sharp 9. A lot of times, with this in particular, you're omitting the 5th. But in a lot of rock music, it's normal to include that natural 5th on a sharp 9 chord. And Allman Brothers were definitely known for doing that. So altered would not really work as a scale choice in this case. It would definitely be crap, what was it? Be some mode of harmonic major, I think the 5th mode of harmonic major or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but I think that might be right. But yeah, so for that little, you could just play F. Same sort of thing you hear on All Blues by Miles Davis, actually. Kind of contradicting myself right there, because that's jazz too. But anyways, that's the shapes that we're playing. And then after that, it's just repeats of those same parts. Besides, Dwayne's first solo, where it's so there's one other part of that, but it's basically just the 4 chord going back between the two, and then back to the root. So it's for the tune. So Dwayne's first solo is over this section. Just one over, and then the second solo is over the chorus. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. That's gonna do it for today's video. I just want to give a brief overview of the song form, and let me know, guys, if you see I can hardly talk. I'm so tired. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you want me to go over Dwayne's solo for that. It's a great solo, but just let me know. I'd be curious to hear what you guys have to say. And yeah, if you've stuck along this part of the video and you're new to the channel, please please subscribe, please hit the bell. It really helps my channel grow and get new followers and everything. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next week. Bye.